One-step multiplication and division equations. All right. First of all, you have to know what multiplication division looks like in an equation. Anytime we have a number next to a variable, that means multiplication. So in this first one, this means 2 times x. So 2 times some numbers equal to 12. Well, hopefully you know that it's 6. But the way that you would solve this, first of all, when you're given a problem like this, I want you to rewrite it, because too many times students will try and do the work right off of the test or the worksheet, and it becomes so tiny because you're dealing with that Times New Roman size 12 font or whatever it is that you can't really read it. So rewrite the problem. And now remember, the way that we're going to solve this is by doing opposites. That's always how you solve equations, by doing opposites. Opposite of multiplication is division. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides, because whatever you do to one, you do to the other, by 2. I wrote it like this because a fraction is the same thing as division. Then look what happens on the left. These simplify or cross out, leaving just 1 or 1x. And on the right side, I have 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Then I'll do a check. For my check step, I'll take 6 and I'll put it in place for x. Here I have to use parentheses though. The parentheses are necessary so that it doesn't look like 26 equals 12. We know that it's 2 times 6 should be 12. 12 is equal to 12. And sure enough, it works. All right, on to the next one. This one is set up as a fraction. So what you want to do for this one is you want to get rid of the 8. You want to get rid of it. It's division. Because a fraction is division, the way you get rid of it is do the opposite, which is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by 8. If I multiply one side by 8, I multiply the other side by 8. Now remember that 8 is the same thing as 8 over 1. And what I'll do is I'll cross simplify this time, leaving y over 1, which is just y. And on the right, 3 times 8, which is 24. And then I'll perform a check step. I'll take 24 and put it in place for y. 24 over 8 should be equal to 3. 24 over 8 means 24 divided by 8. 3 is equal to 3. And it works. It's beautiful. Let's move on, shall we? Here I have 4 samples. I want you to try those on your own. Make sure you put those in your notes. You do a check step. And then play the rest of the video and see if you get it right. So pause the video now. Pause the video. Okay, first one. This means 9 times f. The way that we're going to get rid of it is through division. Divide by 9 on both sides. F is equal to 5. Do a check step. I'll have 9 times f, which I'm saying is 5, should be equal to 45. And sure enough, this is a beautiful thing. My answer is right. Next one, I have negative 3 times k is equal to 30. I want to get rid of the negative as well. Oh, my battery dying. That's okay. I want to get rid of the negative as well because I want to know what k is. I don't want to know what a negative k is. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. These go away, leaving k is equal to negative 10. Perform my check step. And I have negative 3 times a negative 10 should be equal to a positive 30. And it is. Wow, I love this. Next, I have z over negative 9. That means z divided by negative 9. The way I'm going to get rid of it is I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 9. And then I have z is equal to negative 4 times negative 9, or a positive 36. Let's check to see if I'm positive. 36 over negative 9 should be equal to negative 4. 36 divided by negative 9. Negative 4 equals negative 4. Woohoo! And then the last one, h divided by 10 is equal to 0. I want to multiply both sides by 10. And these simplify, and then I have h is equal to 0. I'll do my check. And I have 0 over 10 should be equal to 0. I know some of you are saying, wait, you can't divide by 10. I'm not. You can have 0 in the numerator, you cannot have 0 in the denominator. So 0 divided by 10 is 0. And it works. And I know some of you are looking at this and saying, you didn't rewrite the problem, Mr. Jones. You just did it on the work. I know I did it on the work. I'm sorry. But you should rewrite your problems. That is all. Goodbye. See you in class.